Welcome to What Would We Know, our group chat on branding, pop culture, and whatever the internet is doing.
Something is always happening and we always have thoughts.
I'm Brooke and I work as a creator and in the marketing space, so I spend a lot of time online trying to figure out what is actually worth paying attention to.
And I'm Georgia, a graphic designer and branding girly, which means I'm always noticing details and trying to understand why something works.
Between the two of us, we have a lot of opinions.
Just not always a clear answer, because honestly,
what would we know? This is the first ever podcast we have recorded actually together.
In person. It's actually the first time we've seen each other all year.
I know. This is my friend Georgia. I'm Brooke. Everybody, this is my friend Georgia. If you ever hear on TikTok I talk about a girl, Georgia, it's this girl. It's actually very weird to see in real life.
I know, this is weird.
I think it would be way easier for me to edit, because what you don't know when editing our podcast, because we record it remotely, connected from my camera to my computer, it's all a journey, and it means there's a bit of a delay. So sometimes we accidentally talk over each other.
Yeah, it's not intentional.
No, but we don't really do that IRL. We are reporting live from New York City. We're here on a work trip, so that's our main objective of the trip, but...
yeah, for our real job.
Yep. We work a 9 to 5 because we are hustlers. We're incredibly jet lagged.
We've never experienced such jet lag. I thought people were being dramatic when they said they were jet lagged.
They weren't.
They weren't. And I have more sympathy for anyone that's ever said they're jet lagged now, because it's not fun at all.
It truly is not fun. And
it's been days too. We've been here for so long. And I've slept 1.5 hours last night.
Couldn't agree more.
It's an internet thing.
You obviously know nothing about the internet.
Gossip? I hate gossip.
Tell me more.
Where on the internet?
In the Instagram.
What has the internet been doing this week that we should care about?
Well, I think the internet has been doing a lot of Coachella. I don't know if I'm almost sick of seeing it though. Brand overkill. Like, it is cool. Everyone, I'm sure if you're there, it's really fun. But I feel like it's almost...
oversaturated.
If there's no music and it's all just like brand activations, which are fun, but I think everyone's posting about it and I feel like I've seen it all and I'm not getting anything new.
Yeah, I do think it is oversaturated, and I think a couple of years ago it was probably better because there wasn't as many people doing it, but now it's like, oh, this is a moment we can do it. Like, I've seen a lot of smaller brands doing it, which I love that they've got the budget to do it, but I think if you're doing a brand activation in the time, it's like there's too much noise for your brand to actually like cut through. It's like everyone's screaming orange and you need to scream apple, so you need to do a different event. Like,
yes, I actually watched a TikTok this morning of the founder of Tarte. I can't think of her name.
Maureen Kelly.
Yes, and she was saying that she was like the first person to ever do an influencer trip, and she did it because she couldn't afford a Super Bowl ad or something like that.
Love.
So she took influencers to Turks and Caicos maybe, and there was no obligation for them to post. They were just on the trip. They obviously, there was no official like contract.
It's weird pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. And gave them like the products and they had a great time, and then all different types of brands have started doing it, and now it's almost like every brand is doing it. So to do something different now, I think would be
the way to go.
The interesting thing.
Yeah, I think we'll see a Coachella decline of brands doing it, because I just don't think it's like, it's not going to have the same return on investment as it normally would.
So like the brands that are doing it really well, like I think Pinterest had a really cool one.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, and then I feel like every single Kardashian member had their own brand activation. They're all like really expensive. So for smaller brands, I don't think it's like a cost-effective marketing.
You could spend that money doing your own standalone event and probably get more exposure than you would doing it at Coachella, because there's too much noise.
Yeah, too much noise. So I feel like that's been a lot of my algorithm. And then the Alix Earle drama.
Oh my God! This felt like amazing timing. Last night we're sitting in bed, so tired and delirious, and Alex Cooper pops up on our timeline.
You guys know I don't usually address this kind of stuff because it feels like a waste of time, and honestly, it's embarrassing to participate in this. But I am obviously seeing the videos, I'm getting tagged, I see the DMs, I see the comments. So at this point, it just feels long overdue. Alix Earle, hey girl. The passive aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things. I gotta call you out here. You're gonna need to get specific and just say what you gotta say about me. There's no NDA. No one is stopping you. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef? Because I'm really tired of waking up and seeing you using this fake drama to distract from other shit going online for you. Not interested. I know what happened, and so do you. So talk. Unless the fake narrative that you're creating happens to be way more interesting than the truth. I have nothing to hide when it comes to you and me. So, unless you actually have something to say, I'm out. This is over. Have a good Monday, everyone.
Calling out Alix Earle for passive-aggressive, subtle undertones that there's beef, but not actively saying what the beef is. Alex Cooper says, there's no beef, so I don't know what your deal is. Tell everyone what the beef is if there's beef, because I think the story's more interesting than you're, like, leading on.
And then, well, the whole video was she just tagged Alix Earle in it.
Yep.
And then Alix Earle reposted it, which I thought was really funny.
That's iconic. And at this stage, knowing our luck, the moment we record this, she will have posted her video, but Alix Earle has not actually responded. She's only commented saying on it. So we don't know what she's going to say. Dave Portnoy says that he's asked them both and there is beef.
Yes. Oh, because apparently, what is it? It's
The Carl's Jr. ad?
Yeah, so he said that, but then he said that Alex Cooper messaged him that
Said it wasn't
she would
about that.
never have done that. It's not about that. But they have the same
PR lady.
Yeah, but I also keep seeing heaps of things about people thinking that it's a PR thing and that...
I know. I just don't think it would be.
I don't think they like each other.
No. So stay abreast.
Even Bethany Frankel did a video about it.
I know, and I love Bethany Frankel. I think Bethany Frankel is iconic. If they do update this, you will get a little insert here from Brooke of the Future when she's editing this with the updated goss. But
I know we'll be very excited when we see it because...
yeah, we'll be sat. We could probably even update you together because we're together.
We could.
Maybe, we never know. The other thing that's on my timeline right now is Justin Bieber's Coachella performance. Two camps. There is either, oh my God, that was the most iconic thing I've ever seen. And then there's also, I can't believe how lackluster it was compared to Sabrina Carpenter the night before.
Yeah.
And at the time of watching it, I did watch this live in bed at 2 a.m. whilst being jet lagged. So I thought at the time, wow, this is kind of iconic that he's sitting down and going on his laptop. But there was a way less level of production than there was Sabrina Carpenter the night before. But I never expected Justin Bieber to do a big level production.
No, because I think people would argue that it's more about the voice than having to do everything.
Yeah.
But then it's like a different experience. Like Sabrina's is more of an experience.
Theatre show.
Yeah.
She's a theatre kid, and I would be not disappointed in Sabrina because if that's her style and she wants to sit down in a hoodie and sing, I'd still be happy because I think
she's learnt from the best.
She has. She is our, like...
She was on a Taylor Swift tour.
She's our future generation Taylor Swift. Like, I loved her whole production. I think she has fun with it too. I think she would have less fun with a stripped back show. I just don't think it's her. I think she loves a performance.
Yeah, it probably gives them more stuff to do.
Yeah. I obviously understand people being angry that he didn't do a full level production, but I didn't hate it.
I just only saw clips, so I was not invested.
I didn't love Addison Rae's.
I did see Addison Rae's and I agree.
Wasn't my favourite. I think she's trying to go down a Britney Spears path, but I would love to see just Addison Rae having an Addison Rae brand rather than what is currently happening.
Yeah, it was interesting. But then I saw heaps of people that were there said it was really good. So maybe it was like you had to be there moment.
So Coachella is done for weekend one. I do wonder if the guests that they have, like the surprise guests they have next week, and actually the headliners, if they'll all stay, because not last year, the year before, Frank Ocean didn't do week 2 and they had to have a different headliner. They had a backup headliner and apparently they have a backup headliner this year in case Justin Bieber doesn't do weekend 2. So
in case he doesn't do it.
Yeah. Apparently he's not reliable, allegedly.
Gosh.
So we will stay abreast for that.
Okay, group chat, ladies.
Good news or bad news?
I know Rena has her own receipt.
Are you out of your
Our group chat gives us life.
Let's now head on to the marketing news. I really don't have anything too exciting this week for marketing news. Do
Let
you?
me have a look.
Well, I've screenshotted jet lag frequently causes dizziness and a lightheaded feeling. That's the marketing news I really have.
I just have the Alex Cooper drama.
I have that Kris Jenner is now a symbol for manifesting wealth and CEO level success in China, which I think is quite funny.
Yeah, I did see that a few weeks ago. That is quite...
Yeah, it is a little bit of old news, but people are using her as laptop and phone backgrounds in a province in China, and I can't say the name, so I'm not going to try and butcher it. I do think that's quite funny.
Everyone was like updating their profile picture to be
her.
Yeah.
You know what? She does do it right. I think we could learn a lesson or two from Kris Jenner. Especially we're in America right now and going into the grocery shops and seeing all of the Kardashian brands are everywhere.
Makes perfect sense.
Is that?
Common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's so many celebrity brands
We just don't have
in
them.
the stores. Even like calling Alex Cooper a celebrity might be a bit of a stretch, but there's Unwell drinks everywhere.
Agree.
Alex Earle is associated with Poppy, or she's a part owner somehow. That's everywhere.
Everywhere. Everything is a celebrity brand endorsement.
Yes.
And I think in Australia we don't have that. And I think something I learned when I went to Thailand a couple of years ago is how different you market towards different groups of people. And so many of the Thailand billboards and stuff were very the perfection, face tunes, like Photoshop skin, flawless face. And I thought, and like it's just random celebrities posing with a random product. Say they're like a super, super famous singer posing with a bottle of water saying, I only drink Fiji.
Yeah.
And apparently a very successful ad. And
I think that's like the old way of doing it though.
yeah, and I think Australia that wouldn't work in Australia.
No, because people want more like real and people want to see that you've used the product, which is
Genuine like endorsement.
yeah, not just which when it's an ad, everyone's getting paid for it, but you hope that people are more selective with their campaigns that they work on.
Yeah, I think it's crazy to see the different demographics of this ad works good here, it won't work. And it is also like the influencer culture in America, like not many people disclose their ads correctly. So like sometimes you don't even realize they're doing an ad because it's not disclosed. Like I noticed that with so much with Coachella, people were tagging like, oh my God, I'm wearing brand A, but they're not saying that it's sponsored.
And that's who they literally went to the trip with.
Whereas that's so illegal in Australia and you would get done. I saw a couple of weeks ago.
I think I've seen Australian people do it too though.
Oh, I have too. I'm not going to name any names, but if you see me in real life, I'll tell you who I think did it. But tea is getting spilled. I saw a girl, her name's Gracie McMahon. She works in marketing too, fellow marketing gal. And she was talking about how the ACCC has done one of their first big fines for a company for getting their influencers to not disclose that it's a paid partnership.
What did they do?
It was like a photo book style. I can't even remember the brand's name. And it was that they had like actively told people to not disclose that it was a paid partnership and they didn't want people to say that it was gifted or things like that. And it was, she reported it and they had to pay like $40,000.
Like they asked her to do the partnership too?
Let me see. I will whip up the video. I'll insert the audio. Oh,
very dodgy. I wonder how many people are doing that it hasn't been reported by.
agree.
Hi, I'm the influencer that got a brand fined $39,600 here in Australia. That was me. I did that. And guess what? I'm damn proud about it. I am, a few years ago. Pretty new to the journey. And this brand reaches out to me and they want to work with me. I'm like, that's so exciting because not many brands have worked with me at this point. I'm like, this is amazing. And they're like, we're going to get you this. And I was like, that's amazing. This sounds like a great product. I would love to do that. And they were like, but you can't say that we gifted it to you. And I was like, okay. You can't say it's an ad. And I was like, I think I have to say it's an ad. And they're like, no, we know better than you. And I was like, no. You think I'm a little influencer that knows nothing. You haven't accounted for the fact that I work in brand marketing and I do the other side of this. I probably know the law better than you do. Now, I do see it as my responsibility that when I see something like this and I know it is incorrect, that it is my responsibility to make sure that they can't keep doing this to other influencers or they don't get away with this, right? How it stood at that time was if I had posted that, probably nothing came of it. And they got away with an undisclosed ad and looked like a really authentic review. Or if they did get it, I was going to get in trouble as this little influencer and get fined the no money I make from this, right? This brand did not know who they were dealing with. And so I screenshot everything. I make a whole testimony and I send it off to the ACCC. I honestly think it's just going to hit an inbox and nothing's going to come of it. Should be dead when I start getting phone calls from the ACCC.
Basically, they told her to not disclose it. And she reported them. And they had to pay $39,000.
Wow.
And that's like the first one I think that's been done.
I wonder if there'll be like a knock-on effect of that.
I hope so because I've worked in the influencer space for 6 years now and it is incredibly easy to disclose that you have a paid partnership and I have never not disclosed that I have a paid partnership. I've never not disclosed that I've been gifted something. Like if I ever put like a PR pack on my story, I will say that it's gifted. It's not difficult and I don't know why you would want to mislead your audiences.
Who told you what to do though? Do you think people don't know what the rules are?
I don't know if I ever got told that I had to do it, but I had seen influencers post gifted, so I searched up myself what I had to do because I am a really anxious person and I was always scared of getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't want to do it wrong, and I also don't want to be misleading. Like, I think there's like a level of trust, and it's like once you break that, because I remember watching all the original YouTubers not disclose things because I didn't know it was an ad. Why would you know it was an ad?
Yes.
And then there was like this tone shift of we're going to change it and they have to disclose. I think the UK influencers really were the ones that got me bad because I trusted these people, not in like a friendship level, like not to be incredibly parasocial, but like you build a level of trust with people you don't know.
Yeah.
And then the UK law determined that they had to state in the beginning that it was an ad. So theirs have to be, if it's like in a caption on a TikTok, it has to be before the see more button. So if you are initially just looking at it, you need to be able to tell that it's an ad straight away. So most YouTubers would then put ad in the title so that they could not get in trouble. And I remember realizing like a pivotal moment of going, wait, this is the first time you've done this, that you've disclosed it, and they explained that they had to disclose now. And I thought, disclose now? You've not been to, like...
I think as well, YouTube, like beauty YouTubers were before like Instagram Reels and TikToks and stories. So it was like the main long form content that you also did think, how do they afford all of this stuff? They would have the whole collection of everything.
I truly thought for a long time people were buying it. And it was like an eye-opening moment of going, oh, wait, they aren't. So every time I've ever had a partnership, it's been like a no-brainer that I would disclose. But I see now, every day, I follow a lot of influencers, so many. I would see at least one person post a day that I think that is not disclosed correctly. Because when you're an influencer, you get offers in your inbox all the time. Like, especially in my peak of influencing 2021, I would probably get an email. That was my year, let me tell you. I was posting too many times. It was so bad for my mental health. One day we'll get into the law. But I was posting so many times that I would get probably 5 or 6 brand deal offers a day, which is quite a lot. But you don't say yes to all of those because you just don't do that. But you know what the brand deal's for. Say it's for this specific Fiji water bottle, and then you say no to this Fiji water bottle, and that's fine. You forget about it. In 2 weeks' time, you see a bunch of videos about a Fiji water bottle.
Yeah,
and one of the 3 is disclosed, and you know the other ones are a brand deal. But because it's a niche product, you might not realize that it's an ad. And that law in Australia like dictates that you must disclose it enough that the audience is aware that it's a paid partnership. And I think some influencers hear that and go, oh, well, people obviously know how partnerships work. If I'm saying I got sent these clothes, then obviously it's a paid partnership. But I don't think that's explicit enough.
I don't either. Because it's also misleading then. Is it gifted
or
are you getting paid? Like, because sometimes if it's gifted, well, if it is gifted, you don't usually have to post it. So when they are posting it, it's like, do you just like this, or did you get paid and you are not disclosing it correctly?
Yeah. So it is not a vibe.
I also think even in Australia, because we do have to do it, but people hide the ads in the captions at the very bottom within hashtags.
They put like 30 hashtags and they never usually do.
And it's not just gifted, it's kindly gifted, so you don't like...
The phrasing is weird. I really like, because podcasts I think mostly do it well because you can hear.
Yeah.
I hate when you can subtly tell that there's been like a paid mention that is not like mentioned. Don't love that. I love when it's like, this episode is proudly brought to you by, or this was made possible by. I think that's good because you can clearly go, okay, well, this is an ad. Let me hear why they like that product. And that's all fine. I don't think it's difficult to disclose, and I hope that the ACCC, is that who it is? I'm pretty sure it's them.
So.
I hope they do crack down on it, and I hope influencers then go, okay, because I don't think people mind. If they really love an influencer, I don't think they mind watching their ads because they understand how it works.
Yeah.
People
hate, depending on how many they are and if it seems authentic.
Aligned.
Like, because sometimes I think you watch something and go, you clearly got paid a lot of money for that because you definitely don't use it.
Like, if I got paid for if I was doing an alcohol brand deal, I think people would think that was shady because I don't drink. It's just not going to be my journey.
Unless it's Crystal Light alcohol.
Oh my God. So to break the fourth wall, when we were in America, well, prior to America, a couple of years ago, when I first met Georgia, she liked this product called Crystal Light. And it is like a sachet. Consider it like a sweetener sachet style that you pour into water, and they're all flavored. Specifically, wild strawberry is her preferred flavor.
Yeah.
And her level of addiction to this was 1 a day. And then she had to ration because she was running out. And then we came to America and she was buying up bulk. And when I say buying up bulk, so many that she had to get a Ziploc bag to take them out of their box so that she could transport them all home. And at the time I thought, you are silly. This woman is.
She did. She judged me openly.
Judged. And I was like, she is so silly. But I will buy one packet to understand. And I didn't try them whilst in America. And
Silly girl.
That was my first mistake. And I got home and I tried them and I thought, wow, these are quite good. And I do think this is quite lovely. Unfortunately for me, incredibly expensive and hard to come by in Australia. And I regretted that. We are not many days in and I've already got 4 packets just to take home.
Well, this could lead into my obsession of the week.
For the special interest groups?
I like that.
Clubs for special interests.
All right, I'll put the prezzies here.
Taking a special interest in
For special interest in this case.
What is it?
It's American Amazon.
American Amazon. I know that we don't support Jeff Bezos, okay?
Yeah.
But the thing is, American economic infrastructure is incredible. Shipping services on everything.
Everything. And it's
Amazing.
quick. It's so quick.
Like 4 a.m.
Like that you order it and then the next day by 4 a.m. you can have it. So I obviously being a massive Crystal Light lover ordered a bulk pack on Amazon. So can't wait to pick that up tomorrow.
Yes, so you can get next day delivery from most things. And for some things, it's like next day delivery is going to cost you $9. And that's expensive. $9 is a lot. But you don't have to pay that for some places. So if you go to a next day delivery for Whole Foods, we can walk like a kilometre up the road to a Whole Foods to get it delivered next day for free. So we have done that. So haul coming soon. I did a Target haul the other day on TikTok of just deodorant because that is my obsession of the week. I don't know if you know American deodorant.
Oh, everybody needs to know that Brooke has a crazy addiction to deodorant. I am shocked how many she's bought.
Okay, she was judging at the time. So a couple years ago, I came to America for the first time. I think I've been 4 or 5 times now. But the first time that I came, I ran out of deodorant, which is incredibly inconvenient. And didn't think much of it. Went to the local Walgreens and I picked up a deodorant. And it was Secret Cool Cucumber. And at that moment, I didn't understand that this $7 purchase had changed my life. And when I tell you it has changed my life, more than changed my life, I tried this deodorant and this is going to sound weird. I know that normal deodorant in Australia works.
It is weird.
But after a while, you go, oh, I don't know if that's working as well as normal. And some deodorants I find are a little bit itchy. They're just not the best. I have never had that with Secret American Cool Cucumber deodorant. It is unbelievably good that I bought one, used it and thought, wow, this is amazing. Bought a second. I went home and I gave one to my mum. And my mum was like, wow, this deodorant is amazing. Okay, it's a cream texture. So it's not like a twist up like your Clinical Protection in Australia. It's like a stick, like almost like a stick of butter.
It's almost like we have about 6 here and we could show you on the camera.
I know. But this is an audio medium, so they might know. So I'm trying to give you an accurate description. And I gave it to my mum. She loved it. So much so that I imported it. And it cost a lot of money to import. I think it was like $90 for 6 deodorants, which I argue was worth it. And we went through them. I think you go through about 1 every 3 months. They're just lovely. Then the last time we came to America 2 years ago, I think I got 8.
I didn't even realise last time that you were hoarding deodorant.
No, I just did it under the table. And then my partner, I said to him, you should try one because he ran out of deodorant one day and he tried one. And let me tell you, my man is fussy. He doesn't love all the things I love. He loves American deodorant too. So on this trip alone, I have purchased 21 deodorants for my mum and I and 6 for my partner. So if you ever find yourself near an American grocery shop, get yourself an American deodorant.
I will say, yesterday Brooke had it on and I thought she'd sprayed a body mist or something because I said, oh, you smell really good. And she was so excited to tell me that it was her deodorant. So I may be buying 1 or 2 deodorants. I will not be buying 20.
Well, I just don't know the next time I'll come to America.
Yeah.
And the cost to ship them in is so expensive.
That is crazy.
But I know that I love this product and I know I'm going to use it. So it's like I'm just stockpiling. The only things I have purchased on this trip are things that I know and use already. Like it's like, you know, when you go to the grocery shop and things are on sale and you just buy an extra 1 or 2. I'm just doing that, but times 20.
You're like toilet paper during COVID.
100% I am that person that, like, before I went away, I made sure to buy enough pasta so that when I returned, I still had pasta.
Yeah, the pasta epidemic is not a thing in the Gold Coast.
Yeah. Well, I think in WA we have really, like, one or two ways that you can get things in from other states. And when the road either gets flooded or the train track gets broken, we notice that we are missing huge things in the grocery shop. And at the moment, it is pasta. I had to go to 6 different grocery shops to get pasta the other day. So hate to brag to my Perth people, but I have 6 in my cupboard at the moment. So if there is a pasta shortage, it's probably me, but it's okay.
Work wife to work wife.
Or do you have any advice?
But you know that makes you also the wiser.
You make the call. They call me.
Work wife. Do you have any work wife wisdom for this week?
I do. I screenshotted, it's kind of on the topic of some of the stuff we've been discussing. I screenshotted someone's post the other day. It's Matt Kirby, who works for LSKD.
Oh, yep.
And he had a story that said, how do you become an LSKD athlete? What we're looking for. A massive follow account means nothing if you have zero real influence over them. We'd rather partner with athletes who have highly engaged community that trusts them than athletes with 100,000 plus unengaged followers. Real value isn't how many people watch you. It's about how many people trust you enough to actually wear what you wear. Then he has some advice and stuff. And I just think that that is a little lesson that a lot of people can take. I think if people I think influencing started more in an organic way.
Yep.
And now people see it as a way to make money. So they lose the building the community aspect and they try to jump straight into,
I'm famous.
yeah, and like promoting products and whatnot. And for some people that works and other people it doesn't. It's not as easy. And I think it's just really needs to be to create a good community and have people want to follow you. I think you need to post more than stuff that is you trying to promote things with the idea that you're going to try and get something back from that brand.
Yep. I think that is the issue though. I get a lot of DMs about people wanting to become content creators and influencers. And there's like 2 different frames of people. There's the people that want to be creative and want to try different things. And then there's the people that see influencing as a lucrative job. And I think you will have more success in becoming an influencer if you are coming at it the lens of, oh, I want to create things. I want to express myself. I want to find community. I think the people that are the most successful and have consistent influence and followings are the people that didn't set out to become influencers. They were just being themselves on camera because it's really hard to pretend to be someone you're not.
Yeah. And
So-
people can see through it eventually.
Absolutely. So if you're like, oh, I want to become a beauty influencer because beauty influencers make the most, I think, personally, I believe that, and you don't like beauty, it's going to be really hard for you. I could not make a makeup video every day to save my life because it's not something I can do naturally. I have said for the longest time, the easiest way to create content is to document and not create. Because if you are, for example, on this trip alone, my priority is posting content for work because that's why I'm here. But along the way, I'm just documenting what I'm doing in my personal life and then making that content. I'm not setting out to create something. It's just whatever I've documented, I can create from. So I film all of these things and then from that I can create a daily vlog. I can create a little haul. I can do here's what I spent. All of those videos have come out of me just taking little bits along the way and creating something. Whereas if you're trying to become a beauty influencer and you were on this trip, you would have to individually set down to do all of these little things that would be really difficult. So it's not natural. It's not who you are. And it can be inauthentic and doesn't I think a lot of the time, sometimes influencers are putting out, I'm this way, but they aren't.
Yeah. I think other things that people do are say for months, you're like, I only love Fiji water. This is the best water. And then next minute you get a brand deal for Smart Water and then you never mention Fiji water again. It's like
disjointed.
You don't have that trust anymore because it's just obvious now that that's not your real thought. You now got paid for it. I think it's different when people know, if you're using a product and then a brand recognizes that and they're obviously they'll
work with you.
Type of advertising is the best marketing for them. But it's when people are so choppy, especially I feel like makeup products a lot.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to sell, this is the best thing ever. I love this so much. I've used it for years.
But you can just say, oh, I'm trying this.
Yeah. And you can change your
language.
mind.
Yeah.
It's just the quick turnaround of things where last week you loved something else and now you love
100%
this.
conviction on one thing. But it's you don't have to do that. If I came out tomorrow and said, I love Australian deodorant, it would be really disjointed because we all know I don't. I love American deodorant. But I think, some people forget that if you are saying these things on camera, like, I love this, I love that, and you don't actually, it would probably be really hard for you to remember the things you love and don't love because it's not true to who you are. But if you say, I love trains, and you do love trains, it's easy for you to talk about how much you love trains because you always talk about how much you love trains. It is who you are in your real life, and that is all about documenting.
And being authentic.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Because people want to see real things. Like, people are happy for you to do brand deals. It's just, I think, when it becomes a bit promotion-y, salesy, and it just looks like everything is
an ad.
An ad.
We don't love that. My work wife wisdom for this week is to get some tiny microphones. If you want to create content, I've created content for like 6 years and I've never had a little microphone before, but I got them for this trip so that we could create fun little videos. And they were $126 from JB Hi-Fi, not sponsored, just
bargain.
Happy to put them on my tax return this year. These are wonderful. And I feel when I was sitting down this morning at like 5 a.m. filming a video, having a little microphone in my hand, I felt way more confident than I have ever felt filming a video. I don't know what it is, but if you've been thinking, maybe I want to get a little mini mic, I say get a little.
They're quite fun.
They are quite fun.
Very cute.
And they have a little magnet, so you can magnet them somewhere. It's just quite lovely. So if you are wanting to create content, document, not create, be yourself, be authentic, get a mini mic.
But you also don't need to get a mini mic.
No, you don't. The best camera you have is the one you have. Like, the best camera to buy is the one you already have. If you can just I use my literal old iPhone for the longest time to film all my videos. You do not need fancy software. You can use all the free software to create content. You just have to start.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have time for this week because we are jet lagged, we are tired, and we have a conference to go to today. So we are working gals.
We're working gals.
We're working gals.
In the city.
We'll be back next week. Hopefully we would have slept.
Oh, I pray.
Hopefully Alix Earle has posted a video.
Yep.
And hopefully we have special interests of the week that aren't American products that you can't buy. But
that is true. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. We love you. Have a good week. We love you all. Thank you to our favourite listeners, especially George's dad, Stu. He's our OG. Okay, goodbye. Love you.
Bye. Are you hot?
Yes.